The cold winter came down from the north, reaching even the forest where a fox and her child lived. One morning, the little fox tried to come out of the den, but "Ah!" he cried, and holding his eyes, tumbled back to his mother fox. "Mom, something's in my eye. Please take it out. Quickly, quickly," he said. Mother Fox was startled, and in a panic she gently removed the paw that her child was pressing against his eyes and looked. But nothing was stuck there. Only when Mother Fox stepped outside the entrance of the den did she finally understand the reason. During the night, a heavy fall of pure white snow had come. The sun shone brightly on the snow, and it reflected so dazzlingly. The little fox, who had never seen snow before, thought something had pierced his eyes because of the strong glare. The little fox went out to play. As he ran around on the cotton-soft snow, powdery flakes scattered like spray, and small rainbows shimmered into view. Then suddenly, behind him, there was a tremendous sound. Thud, thud, whoosh, and powdery snow, like breadcrumbs, came tumbling down onto him. Startled, the little fox rolled through the snow as he fled, running 10 meters away. He looked back, wondering what it was, but there was nothing there. It was just snow, avalanching down from the fir tree's branches. Even now, between the branches, white snow spilled down like silk threads. Before long, he returned to the den and said, "Mom, my paws are cold. My paws are tingling," holding out his 2 paws, wet and flushed a peony red, to his mother. Mother Fox breathed warmly onto his paws and gently wrapped them in her own paws, saying, "They'll soon get warm. When you touch snow, they always warm up right after." But she thought to herself, "It would be too sad if my dear boy's paws got frostbitten. Tonight, I'll go into town and buy him a pair of woolen mittens that fit his little paws." A dark, dark night spread its shadows like a great wrapping cloth, coming to cover the fields and forests. But the snow was so white that no matter how much the darkness wrapped around it, it shone through, floating bright against the night. The silver fox mother and child came out of the den. The little one nestled under his mother's belly, blinking his round eyes as he looked this way and that while they walked along. Before long, a faint light began to appear ahead of them. The little fox spotted it and said, "Mom, the stars fall down that low too, don't they?" "No, that isn't a star," she said, and at that moment, Mother Fox's legs froze into place. "That is the light of the town." When she saw the light of the town, she remembered the time she had once gone there with a friend and had a terrible experience. Ignoring her pleas to stop, her fox friend tried to steal a duck from someone's house. They were spotted by the farmer, who chased them mercilessly, and they barely escaped with their lives. "Mom, what are you doing? Let's go quickly," said the little fox from beneath her belly. But Mother Fox simply couldn't make her feet move forward. So, with no other choice, she decided she would let her little one go into town alone. "Give me one of your paws, my boy," she said. She held that paw in her own for a while, and during that time turned it into the hand of a dear human child. The little fox opened and closed it, pinched it, sniffed it, and examined it curiously. "Mom, this feels strange. What is it?" he said, staring intently at his hand, which had been transformed into a human hand under the glow of the snow. "That's a human hand. Listen, my boy, when you go into town, you'll see many human houses. First, look for the one with a round hat sign hanging out front. When you find it, knock on the door, knock knock, and say, 'Good evening.' Then, a human will open the door just a little. Through the crack in the door, put in this hand, this human hand, and say, 'Please give me mittens that fit this hand.' Do you understand? Never show them your real paw," Mother Fox warned him. "Why not?" the little fox asked. "Because if humans find out you're a fox, they won't sell you mittens. Worse than that, they'll catch you and lock you in a cage. Humans are truly terrifying. Never show this paw, only this one, your human hand, she said, placing the 2 copper coins she had brought into that hand. The little fox toddled across the snow-lit field, heading toward the lights of the town. At first, there had been only a single light, but then it became 2, then 3, and before long there were as many as 10. Seeing this, the fox cub thought, so lights, just like stars, come in red and yellow and blue. Before long he entered the town, but all the houses along the street had already shut their doors, and only from the high windows did warm-looking light spill down onto the snow-covered road. But above the shop signs there were usually small electric lamps burning, so the little fox looked at those as he went along, searching for the hat shop. There were signs with bicycles, signs with eyeglasses, and many others, some painted freshly with new paint, others faded and peeling like old walls. But for the little fox, who had come into town for the first time, he had no idea what any of them meant. At last he found the hat shop. Just as his mother had described along the way, a sign with a big black silk hat hung there, lit up by a blue lamp. The little fox, just as he had been taught, knocked on the door. Knock, knock. Good evening. From inside came the sound of something clattering, and before long the door creaked open, just a crack, letting a band of light stretch long across the white snow on the road. The little fox was so dazzled by the light that, confused, he slipped the wrong hand, the very one his mother had told him never to show, through the crack. Please give me mittens that fit this hand. Then the hat shopkeeper thought, well, well, it was a fox's paw asking for mittens. He thought, this must be someone trying to pay with fake money, just leaves disguised as coins. So he said, first, please give me the money. The little fox obediently handed over the 2 copper coins he had been holding tightly. The shopkeeper placed them on the tip of his index finger and knocked them together. When they made a clear ching-ching sound, he realized these aren't leaves. This is real money. So he took a pair of children's wool mittens from the shelf and placed them in the little fox's paw. The little fox thanked him and started back along the path he had come. He thought, Mother said humans are frightening, but they aren't scary at all. Even when he saw my paw, he didn't do anything. Still, the little fox thought he would like to see for himself just what humans were really like. As he passed beneath a certain window, he heard the voice of a human. What a gentle, what a beautiful, what a tender voice it was. Sleep, sleep in your mother's breast. Sleep, sleep in your mother's hands. The little fox thought that singing voice must surely be the voice of a human mother, because when the little fox went to sleep, his own mother fox would always rock him with such a gentle voice. Then, this time, he heard the voice of a child. Mom, on such a cold night, the little foxes in the forest must be crying, cold, cold, don't you think? Then the mother's voice replied, the forest fox cubs are surely listening to their mother's lullabies, trying to sleep in their dens. Now, you too, my boy, go to sleep quickly. Between the forest fox cubs and you, I'm sure you'll fall asleep first. Hearing that, the little fox was suddenly overwhelmed with longing for his mother and bounded off toward where she was waiting. Mother Fox, trembling with worry as she waited for her little one to return, was so overjoyed when he came back that she embraced him to her warm chest, almost crying with relief. The 2 foxes made their way back toward the forest. The moon had risen, and their fur gleamed silver, while cobalt-colored shadows pooled in their footprints. Mom, humans aren't scary at all. Why do you say that? Because, by mistake, I showed my real paw. But the hat shopkeeper didn't catch me. He just gave me these nice warm mittens. And with that, he clapped his mitten hands together to show her. Mother Fox exclaimed, My goodness, in astonishment, and murmured, I wonder, Are humans really good after all? Are humans really good after all?